Hello and welcome to Paul Goes Keto. I'm Paul. I just want to take this moment to introduce myself, tell you a little bit about my keto journey, my story. For me, it started about a year ago. I was 248 pounds and some change. I was the heaviest I've ever been. I was, fatigued, lethargic, clearly overweight. I didn't think it at the time. I just felt, hey, I'm a little stockier. I'm a little more, big boned, if you will. And it just wasn't the case. Looking back on it now, when I look at pictures of me before keto, I was like, wow, I was in denial. My doctor told me for years my triglycerides were over 430, 450 points, which, if you know about that, 150 is high, so anything over that, and I was at 480, so triple the high level of triglycerides, which is, fat in your blood, and yeah, just really unhealthy. My doctor for the longest time told me cut out the pizzas, cut out the Chinese, the fast food, the McDonald's, and really it took me hitting a wall and becoming, I guess, to my lowest low in life, where just putting on my shoes, I had to sit down, I get winded and out of breath. Stairs were a challenge. I mean, they were really tough on me. I mean, just everything. I mean, I was just so big breathing. I mean, I would think I'd be breathing fine. And, person next to me, are you okay? You out of breath? And you're like, no, just breathing. And really, I was just so overweight and unhealthy and just really miserable due to the weight. And then I would, of course, eat because stressed or not feeling well. And, it's just a vicious ending cycle. One of the my favorite go-to would be Papa John's. I would love a large pizza. And that would be my go-to snack, if you will. And I remember one day my friend was making dinner. He invited me over for fish tacos. And I get there, dinner's not ready, and he lives next to a Papa John's. So what do? I call and get a to-go pizza because, you got to have an appetizer or a snack. And looking back, it's really unhealthy. But at the time, I was starving. And so I ate my, Papa John's pizza. And then I had the fish tacos. And it's just not a great way to live. Seeing that now after being in keto for about a year, I really understand, it's more about health. What you put in your body directly relates to how you feel, your motivation, your attitude, your outlook on life, just having like a sunnier disposition, if you will. Another funny story. Back in the day, would go like to Chili's, restaurant like that for dinner, get chicken fingers, and they come out with the rolls, if you will, and you would have like, 5, 6 in a basket, and you'd go through 2 or 3 baskets even before your entree. Well, before that, I'd stop and get a burger or two for a snack from McDonald's, have my snack burger somewhere between lunch and dinner, and then get to dinner, and just really unhealthy. And I just, I basically live to eat, and then now I eat to live because, it's really, you got to watch what you put in, the sugar and carbs. Like I said, just by cutting out carbs and sugar, dropped 30 pounds in the first 30 days, as well as with the intermittent fasting and keto lifestyle. So it really is life-changing. I'll be releasing videos. I hope you can follow my journey, my first 30 days. I'll show you how I used to eat, take you through like my day before I started keto. Kind of didn't go all out, I just did a normal eating day. So I'll share that experience with you, do my first fast, my blood work, 30 days of the process where I lose the 30 pounds, showing you my meals, my state of mind, how I'm feeling, how I'm doing. I found the first, 10 to 14 days to be the toughest. And then once you push through that, you invest your time in yourself, you really come to understand, the changes and how eye-opening it is. So really, I just want to welcome you to Paul Goes Keto. I invite you to join me on this journey. I've been about a year in, but we'll start back at the beginning and get you up to speed. Also, I was a huge, a travel aficionado, passionate traveler, 46 different countries, many more if you count multiple visits, but really, what made me the happiest was, I had a favorite sushi place, had a favorite burger place, and I would just basically travel to eat. And I think that, what really led me to being my heaviest was when I got free time or time off, I'd go eat at a favorite restaurant or overindulge, if you will, basically gluttony. And, it really was my, I guess, ultimate decline. You think, traveling the world, going to all these places, eating all this food. I mean, really, I overindulged. I was gluttonous, and obviously it showed. I'll show you a picture here. Me at my heaviest, and then me at my current physique or weight, if you will, 248 versus around, I think, 183, 182. And we'll take a look at that now. And so, yeah, there you have it. I was bloated. I was rather large. I just was miserable, and I didn't know how I was going to lose weight. I tried, you know, the usual route of going to the gym, working out a couple times a week, but still eating the junk food. Or I was justifying being able to eat junk food by going to the gym, and really, not only did it cancel out, but I'm not making any improvements. I'm not losing weight because I'm not putting the proper nutrients into my body. I'm thus getting discouraged because I'm not losing weight, and then that just leads to more eating or more sweets and junk food, and it's a vicious cycle. And so for me, I had to take it to the extreme. I had to, cut out the carbs and sugar. I had to go to the intermittent fasting, eating in a 8-hour window, fasting for 16, and just, stay focused, stay driven. The results obviously, speak for themselves. And if I can do it, anybody can. That's, I guess, what I want to have a takeaway from this video, is that once you see where I came from, just the years of neglect and the overeating and the gluttony and the just putting food first in my life got me to my lowest, and then how keto basically turned around my life, saved it, if you will, got me the best shape of my life, healthiest I've been, and hopefully can inspire you to start a keto journey of your own, or start small, cut out the carbs and sugar, do some intermittent fasting, if you will, and, baby steps. You got to crawl before you can walk, before you can run, but really it's about taking that first step. And, I have friends that I've helped start on their keto journey. I have friends that were basically, if you will, at the lower end, where it was just basic keto, just cutting out the carbs and sugar and doing some fasting, but not a lot. And, they would lose maybe 10 to 13 pounds in the first month. So not bad. But then you have the other extreme where people are seeing, 20 to 30 pounds in the first month by adding in the fasting, being more strict on their diet. And so you really have, both ends of the spectrum. But as long as you're starting towards that goal of being the healthiest version of yourself, I think that's the right move. So, it took a lot to film all this. It took a lot to, be in the present mindset to share the thoughts and the journey. But I hope there's a takeaway that you can see that if I can come from being this unhealthy state to where I am today, and it's still a learning journey. You pick up as you go, you learn, and you just keep riding that to the end goal, which is to be the healthiest version of yourself. And then that'll just lead to more incredible things in your life, hopefully. And for people that are having issues with like exercise or motivation to exercise, or being able to exercise, I guess, properly and safely because of extra weight, simply by cutting down your carbs and sugar to, next to nothing, and doing your fasting, you can drop significant weight. I've found, my results definitely speak for themselves, and similar ones I found through friends. So at the end of the day, just got to put yourself first, your health first. It's the most important thing. It's all we got at the end of the day is your health. I know you take everything else away. Your health is what you can control. You can do it through your diet, through fasting, through doing a little exercise. But like I said, the main takeaway is to show you that I was able to lose 30 pounds in the first 30 days with just diet and fasting, no exercise. Dropped the triglycerides 300 points in the first 30 days. Like I said, I was around 480. Dropped it to, it was 170, so a little over 300 points. But if I can do it, anybody can do it. And yeah, it's just, you gotta be devoted, and you, like I said, you can be strict, or you can be just kind of basic starting out. But either way, as long as you're starting, that's the right step. So I invite you to take this journey with me. Again, Paul Goes Keto on Instagram. Check out the YouTube videos, and thank you.